to get out of it that scared me. It was more so I didn't know who I was going to be if I come out of it. And I was afraid that I would be less of a person than I used to be. I would be less of the light that I was, the happiness, the joy, the love that I was able to give my friends. I was afraid that that would be altered in some way. I learned after my initial bout of grief was that every time the grief gives way to something else. It gives way to a different version of myself. And so again, when I was in the second rounds of it later on in my 20s, I was like, okay, I'm afraid of that person. I don't know who that person's going to be. And luckily at that time, I had Ashley, I had Jay, I had a few other friends that were there for me. But also a lot of other things fell away. Like that year of my life, um, everything came apart. Everything that I held myself to and I connected my identity to fell away, which is also why there was no self left in me when the grief, when the waves of grief hit. When I look back, I would say that luckily I am a better person from the experiences that I went through at that time and the losses that I've experienced. I learned a lot. I don't think that growth is because of pain. I don't want to romanticize pain at any point in time in my life because it's not something that I think is necessary a lot of the time. But alas, I think grief can prune you in a way, and it's painful and it's hurtful. And I've seen how it can change people for the worse. I have seen how people lose the light and the love that they held before that initial grief moment hit in their life and for who they were as a person. And I'm grateful to say that right now, this moment in time, I think that moment of my life has given way to deeper relationships with my friends, a deeper relationship and understanding of myself, and the complete submission to the fact that I know nothing about grief and that when those waves hit, you can have all the plans in the world of how you're going to combat it. You know, these are the things that comfort me. These are my comfort movies, my thing, or my person, or this blanket, or whatever. These can be tools, but when grief really hits, it can take everything with it. There's no up from down, left to right. It can really like throw you in for a loop.